everybody, it's Tina from The Lover's Conjure. I hope you guys are all doing amazing. Happy New Year to each and every one of you. Wow, my friends, it's 2022. Can you believe it? It's just, I like 2021 went by so fast for me. It was crazy. Just so much happened, you know, good and bad. It was a very eventful year for me. I don't know about you guys, but yeah, I had a lot of very intense experiences, a lot of closure as well, but a lot of blessings and so much abundance as well. I'm so fortunate and like grateful that, you know, Spirit allowed me to open the store, you know, so that I can share this with everybody on a very real level. There's an entire store dedicated to, you know, to alternative spiritual practices, I guess. That's my store. You know, we're going to celebrate so many things and represent so many things. And I'm just so excited. I'm just so, again, I still kind of almost can't believe it's real. Like it won't be real until the day it actually opens, I guess. But yeah, no, that's coming along great. I'm covered in paint, green paints, of course. Haha. What else would I be doing on New Year's Day but putting in hard work in my store and doing some money magic as well, of course. So you guys all know green correlates to money, so I'll take it. I wasn't even mad about it. My daughter has it all over her too. She's so cute. She's 6 years old and she was helping me paint some furniture and stuff over there today. So it was really fun. We had a great day. And yeah, I was going to tell you guys a story. So in between, we were at the store all day from about noon to 9 p.m. Because we just had so much to do. And honestly, like when I'm there, time flies. I don't even, because it doesn't feel like work, you know, it feels like fun. Like I'm excited to be there and to be like, you know, building everything out and working on all these projects. And I mean, I'm going all out, guys. I'm not holding back. So I have literally, this is my whole life, like invested in this thing, and I'm going to be, you know, as big and beautiful as ever, you know? So I'm really excited for that. I'm building out altars, you know, each of the entities that I work with here, plus my ancestors, have an altar here in my home, and they always will. But I really want to have, you know, celebrated altars also at the store, and where people can come and leave offerings to these deities if they also are working with them, you know? I think that's important because, you know, other religions have a church set up for that. This is not a church, obviously, this is a retail store, but you know, we can have those altars there and people can, you know, bring their deities offerings if they feel like they want to do that. And maybe it's people that can't have altars set up in their home or, you know, don't have access to them elsewhere. So again, it goes beyond just the retail operation of this. It's not just a business for me, but this is really for me a huge stepping stone in the right direction for you know, freedom of spiritual practices, if that makes sense. I want people to kind of understand more what this is, what are we doing, you know, and how it works and all that stuff. And I'm gonna do my best to educate everybody. So anyway, okay, that's what I did today. I worked on my store and came home and I set this up. And the story I was going to tell you was we took a break in between and I took my daughter to the park. There was this like huge Christmas holiday, you know, like thing set up in the park. There was all these like, you know, big giant lighted Santas and decorations, and there's so many lights in the park. I don't know how many, but like all the trees were lit. It was a really beautiful event. And we hadn't had a chance to attend it before now, just because of my schedule. It has been so hectic. So we decided to go over there, and they have a playground in that park too, which she wanted to play at. So I, you know, was driving in and I started to pull into a parking space, and this little boy, probably 4 or 5 years old, walked out from behind the car that was parked next to me. And I wasn't going fast or anything. I saw him right away. I always, especially at events or, you know, playgrounds and stuff, I'm always incredibly careful for kids because of course I have a small child, you know, like I know how that goes. I'm a very safe driver. I have a perfect driving record. Like I don't speed. I try to be as courteous and polite as I can on the road, stuff like that. So anyway, the child was standing in the parking space, and he was so cute. He was such a sweet little boy. He was like, "Hey, you can come park right here." He's like, you know, he's telling me, he's like I can see him like saying it. You know, he's like, I found you space. Like, I found you a space. I'm holding the space for you. You can park here. But the thing is, he was like standing in the middle of the space, you know, so he didn't realize that I couldn't like pull my car in because he was like standing there. And I was talking to him, and he was just so cute. And we were going back and forth. And I was like, okay. I was like, do you mind like maybe scooting over, you know, just a little bit, like over there by that truck? I said, if you do that, I might be able to pull my car in there. We'll see. And as I was saying that, his father, I'm assuming his father, a male, jumped up from behind the truck and said, you know, what the F are you doing? You freaking yelling at my kid, you know, like, I mean, he was screaming, like, he was irate, you know, and I told him, I was like, no. I'm like, no, I wasn't screaming at all. I'm like, no. I'm like, ask your kid. I'm like, ask him. Like, we were having a nice conversation. You know, I was trying to tell him, I'm like, no, he was so cute. And I was just trying to tell him that, you know, it's okay. Could you just scoot over just a little bit? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to like, oh my God. I didn't even say it in a disciplinary way at all. Like, I was just like, oh, I was like, well, sweetie, if you scoot over, like maybe like just over by that truck right there, you know, on the sidewalk, then I probably can pull in. That's all I said. And yeah, this guy like freaked out. So, you know, I hate to say this, but this is not the first freak out incident that I've had in my area in the last couple of months. You know, it happened last month too, because I was wearing a mask as I walked into a restaurant. I'm sorry, guys. It's just a lot, you know. So, anyway, I just, you know, I was like, oh my God, this guy's like, he's freaking out. Like, you could see he was like screaming from like a, you know, a very like visceral scream. It was from like, you know, his guts. And I would never say anything mean or rude to a child ever. But anyway, I started to pull out, and you know, I went and parked in another space that was far enough away from this guy that you know, I would have time to see what he did next, right? I was gonna sit in the car. Of course, I didn't get out of the car right away because I have my daughter with me. And he grabbed, there was like one tree in the parking lot, and as we were pulling in, you know, it said to Emmy, Emmy, look at this tree, it's so beautiful. It was the only tree in the parking lot that was even alive. You know, like, because it's winter, right? Like, the trees hibernate. I don't know what kind of trees they have planted there, but, you know, no other trees stood out, right? But this one tree, it had these beautiful pink flowers all over it. I mean, they were like thick all over it. The entire bush of it was pink flowers, you know, and it wasn't like just a few, it was all pink. It was so cool. And I'm going to find out what kind of tree it is, because I'm going to ask the city when I go up there to get my my certificate of occupancy for my store. But anyway, so this guy grabs, you know, the one branch of the tree that it was probably about 8 feet up, and he jumped up, he grabbed it. The branch was about this thick, and he started, you know, bouncing up and down like this to like pull the branch off of the tree. And I don't know if he was like gonna like attack me with it or like what he was doing, but I mean, at that moment, like, I don't know, my heart broke, you know, for the tree. I'm like, oh my God, this beautiful tree, you know, it's peak bloom. Like, I was gonna go take pictures of it and stuff because it was so pretty, and this guy's trying to destroy it. why, you know? And it occurred to me at that moment that, you know, he was probably not well mentally, you know what I mean? The fact that he had a very small child with him is terrifying. And the fact that he drove in that state is terrifying. But maybe that's just his norm, you know? I don't know. So, anyway, we went to the fair and we had a good time, and we walked around and we looked at the lights, and we were probably there for an hour and a half or 2 hours, just, you know, to give Emmy a chance to play and to be outside, because she had been inside the store with me all day, and I hadn't really been going a lot of places with her because of COVID. She's only got her first dose. So, and it's so bad here in Florida. Like, it's very stressful. It's bad. And, anyway, when we came back to the car, I went in to go look at the tree to see if the tree was okay. The guy was gone. He was long gone. He left before we got out of the car. I made sure he drove away before, you know, we exited the vehicle. I just sat there for a while. But anyway, the tree looks like it's okay. You know, I don't think he broke the big branch. I took a bunch of pictures, you know, just because I was wanting to photograph the tree anyway, because it was so pretty. But what had happened, because he shook that branch, is that all of these beautiful pink flowers, not all of them from the tree, but a lot of those were on the ground. And so, you know, like a real asshole, you know what I mean? I'm sorry, he is. Nobody else gets to enjoy the tree because he's pissed off at the world, you know? The only thing that matters is him and his rage. That poor baby. So anyway, I picked up as many as I could, and they're here on the plate. And the reason that I wanted to do that is because I wanted to honor, you know, the tree. And I wanted to give you guys a chance to see the beautiful flowers that it had. So here's what they look like. They've wilted a little bit. This was about 5 or 6 hours ago. But, you know, the good news is that our service is beautiful tonight because of the flowers that tree produced. And I know I sound like, you know, I'm sympathizing for the tree, and I am sympathizing for the tree. I'm sympathizing, though, more for, you know, the people that person has to deal with. You know, that's that too. But just the state of things, you know, right now, there's a good thing that can come out of bad things, even if it's very small. You know, even if it's very small, there are good things that are still out there, and these beautiful pink flowers are a testament to that. So thank you guys for listening to my story. Again, it's, you know, normally this is not something that I would be so upset over, but I'm just, you know, I'm tired. It's everybody is, you know, I know a lot of you are in the same boat. Everybody's just tired, you know. Just want to live our lives peacefully. That's all we want to do. All right, so on the plate tonight, I've got 4 different rose petals, actually, to make 5 flowers total. I used these orange roses here. I like to use orange for success and business related matters. Also road opening. Orange is really good for that. Yellow, again, is going to be good fortune, good health, joy, happiness, and success. In the back there, I've got like they're like a bright pink flower. I'm trying to show you. Oh, I might be able to turn the vase. I don't want to break my little guy over here. All right, I'll take one petal. Here we go. That's what they look like. Those pink petals are on here as well. And the roses, I'll tell you what each ingredient brings to the table metaphysically, and why I chose to use it for the service tonight. So the roses, all the different colors bring in different color correlations, and, you know, like I was mentioning, but those roses also bring protection, heavy protection. So if you're doing protection spells, especially kind of to start out the new year, throw roses, you know, on the plate with your candles, or use them in some way. You can put them in protection mojos. You can plant them outside of your house, stuff like that. They're very protective because, you know, they have the thorns on them. So folks would like plant them, you know, outside of their house in old times to keep away intruders and pests and things like that. They still do. You know, when I buy my house this year, I will do that as well. I just love roses. I think they're beautiful. I had a little rose bush growing up in my yard, and it was my favorite plant. So I use those here. And again, they also bring energies of love, success, wealth, things like that. Also on the plate, I have grapes. So grapes are a new addition to the services. I don't typically include them, but I happen to have some really beautiful globe grapes, which you know, only come out I think around this time of year, if I'm not mistaken. I did look them up, but grapes in general bring abundance and prosperity to a working. They also bring fertility, and that can be fertility in the sense of like actually like being fertile and bearing children, or it can be fertility in the sense of like growth and expansion and new things, you know, and creativity, all of those things. But grapes really do bring a lot of like wealth and money and abundance energy to the service. So that's why those are there. I went and grabbed 3 of my big boy high johns. They're actually not the big boys. I think these are the second biggest. I got a new shipment in, and those things are getting so hard to get a hold of. High john roots. If you don't have one and you need one for your collection or your kit, or you're just interested in working with one, I have them now. I don't know, because I need to keep some back to put in my physical store, you know what I mean? So I'll probably list a few, you know, this week. So keep your eyes peeled. I'll post it on social media when those go up if you're interested, because I have these really beautiful, and like I said, these are not even it. Like I have even bigger ones, really beautiful giant High John the Conqueror roots. And the story behind High John is, sorry, I dropped my other phone and my ice machine is going off. The story behind High John is that it's said that he was a slave. So, and back in the day, it was said that he was able to overcome any obstacle that, you know, came his way. You know, back then you'd get arrested just for being black, right? You couldn't be in certain places. You couldn't talk to certain people if you talked to a white woman, stuff like that. But High John always got away with it every time. He never got arrested, or if he got arrested, he'd get out super quick. You know what I mean? So everybody's asking, wondering, John, how are you doing this? Well, come to find out, he's a witch doctor, and he's carrying around these roots. And this is from the Ima Pima Jalapa plant. Please, if you are a botanist, forgive me. I'm so sorry. That was probably the most cringe pronunciation of a botanical you've ever heard in your life, and I am so deeply sorry for that. I just don't remember exactly what it's called, but it's something like that. If you were to consult Lord Google, I would Google plant, you know, High John root plant or something like that, and it'll pop right up. It's a vine. It's a flowering vine as well. It has purple flowers on it, and I bought the seeds, so I'm gonna try to grow some this year. We'll see. I'm gonna do it at the shop because you know, then I'll have my employees with me and I can assign one of them to like check on the seeds, you know what I mean, to water the plants daily, like just make sure that somebody helps me you know, stay on top of it, because I just get so incredibly busy that I tend to abuse my plants sometimes, and I try not to. I really am mindful of my plants. Obviously I was just crying about a tree, but you know, I always feel guilty at the end of the day, like I didn't spend enough attention on my plants because I'm working 24/7. So I'll have help there, if that makes sense. All right, so we've got 3 High John roots here, big High John roots, and of course I'm using the number 3 because that is also a lucky number. That's the Holy Trinity, past, present, future. A lot of really good luck associated with the number 3. On the candles themselves, I have 7 Conjure oils, and they're different than what I normally use, but I'll show you what I put. All right, starting with the big ones, I put blessings, obviously for blessings this year. I put lodestone oil on there, and I also have my big Papa lodestone. He's back there in the back. I can't touch him right now because all this is too much. I don't want to knock anything over, but lodestone oil is for attraction. So that's going to help you attract whatever it is that you want to attract this year. So manifest that now. Like if you've participated in the service, even if you haven't, still do it. Think about what you want to bring into your life. I recommend keeping that, that list, the number of things, relatively low. 3 is going to be my top recommendation. The reason for that is you want to keep those intentions intensely strong. You know what I mean? And if you have 47 manifestations or 35 things you want to bring in this year, it's very difficult to focus your intention and really, really manifest everything, right? Because each of those items is going to require your help. It's going to require your manifestation. You're working towards those goals. So 3 things, maybe 5 or 7 if you're feeling ambitious, and put your nose to the grindstone on each one of those things. And once you accomplish those things, then make the next list. That's what I do anyway. So anyway, I put 3 of the hydrangea. I also have some more fir on there. Fir is like Christmas tree, basically. Fir leaves is to keep your money with you, keep good fortune with you, to keep the possessions that you currently have, things that you want to keep with you, to keep those. So manifest that too, right? Write 3 of those things down. In this, I have a silver and gold chime candle for each person. So, one of them for each person. So everybody's got either silver or gold. And of course, those colors are going to be representative of wealth, good fortune, success, also stability. I love using gold in spells, and I'm actually going to do something really cool in just a second for you guys with gold. But I put gold, you'll see it a lot in my oils and my candles. It's in Showers of Gold, which is the 3rd oil that is on your candles tonight. Showers of Gold does attract, wealth, abundance, luxury, big money, but also surprise blessings, which is why I like to use it. The next money-related oil I used is Money Honey. If you don't have this one in your collection yet, seriously, put it on your next order. Especially if you've got the money drawing oil and you're one of the people that loves it and keeps coming back for more, try this one too. I have seen this one in sales skyrocket over the last couple of months, and I have had so many people message and email and everything else and leave reviews. You can read the reviews, they're public on the product, about what this particular Conjure oil has done for them, Money Honey. And it's to sweeten up your finances, to sweeten up your affairs, to draw things to you. Anything with honey and sweetness is going to draw good, positive things to you. So positive income streams, happy customers and clients, happy boss, good opportunities, whatever it is you're trying to do, okay? So Money Honey is a good one and has a lot of multi-purpose uses. That's on there. The next one is Intention Anchor. This is the sample for January. So if you make an order, a product order in the month of January, you'll get a free sample of this. I love this oil, my friends. I love this oil. Look at it, look at it, look at it. So I don't want to tell you what's in there. It's a secret. So there's some of it's on the listing. So if you really want to know, you have to go look at the listing. But Intention Anchor is to help you set your intentions and actually anchor them into reality. Okay, so every year, you probably do the same thing that I did for years, right? And that's make those New Year's resolutions like, this is going to be the year I eat healthy. This is going to be the year I quit smoking. It's going to be the year I, quit my job and find a better one. Whatever the case may be. Set those intentions and use Intention Anchor. All you have to do is, there's a lot of ways to do it, but you can do it in candles or on candles like I do. But you can write out your petition for the year and all your intentions, basically. 1 drop of that oil in each corner of your paper and 1 in the center. And that's going to anchor any petition. Just a little FYI. So if you're doing a love spell, you would do that same thing with a love oil. Money spell, same thing with a money oil. But intentions, we're going to use that one. And that's going to really help bring things into life. It works. It works. I promise you. I don't sell you any oil that has not been successful on multiple people. That is my policy, and that is how I've always been. So try it out if you're having trouble sticking to those New Year's resolutions, and stop calling them resolutions. You're not resolving to do anything. It's already done. All right. At the end of this year, you already have it. You get what I'm saying? It's on the way. You just need to clear up whatever blockages there are blocking you from receiving it. Whether that's self-doubt, okay, whether that's bad influences around you, whether that's toxic people, whether that's a shitty job that, you know, you hate, whatever it is, poverty, get out of it. You can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. I came from nothing. And when I say nothing, I mean absolutely nothing. I will tell you my story one day. You will be stunned to see how far I've come in life. I'm not, again, this is not about me, but it's just, I get stories from people every day, multiple people every day, multiple people. And, you know, sometimes I'm like, you know, hey girl, like at some point you have to take responsibility of your life and your destiny, and you have to start putting your nose to the grindstone to get those goals, you know what I mean, to get where you want to be. And you know, that's when we do a consultation and I tell you exactly what I would do. But anything that you want in this world, my friends, is available to you. It really is. Okay? And you can get it without hurting anybody. That's the key here. That's what I do. Right? We don't have to break up relationships. We don't have to bring down businesses. I have never cursed a business. Never. Nor would I. I don't badmouth any businesses either. You know why? Because I'm a business owner. I get it. Sometimes you have a bad day. It happens. And maybe your business just isn't my cup of tea, right? So we can do it without hurting anybody. And that's completely available to you this year if you start now. You know, you change your life. You just have to make the decision to do it and actually do it. Leave behind what no longer serves you. Leave behind that toxicity. If you are dealing with evil or demons, you already know what you got to do there, but that's a tough one, you know. I was in that position as well, almost died. And I'll tell you guys that story one day too. Okay, so the other ingredients on these candles are the money rice, okay? And then I also put on here, oh my gosh, how could I forget, shredded cash. So this is shredded US currency. I buy this from the Treasury. They, you know, when they pull currency out of circulation, they have to shred it. They have to get rid of it somehow. So this is what they do to it. And then they sell it for, you know, profit, which is cool. And I buy it. I buy lots of it because you have no idea how much of that I go through. I'll have to release my annual spend on shredded money one day because it's an ingredient in 2 of our money oils. Yeah, we go through a lot. Okay, so let's see. Okay, the last thing I was going to say is we're going to put, I have a Bayberry wax candle here. Okay, so this is real authentic Bayberry wax. Bayberry wax is the most expensive wax in the world. One of them, okay? There might have been in history more expensive ones. It's most expensive because it's the most rare. Like these bayberry bushes only grow in like the northern United States, maybe up, you know, Canada a little bit. But it's like New York, Boston, that area, the Northeast. And they only, like, of the berries from the bush, you could only extract like a tiny minuscule amount of wax. So it would take like thousands of berries to make one of these candles. And I found someone up in Philadelphia that does the process like they used to do it back in the 1700s, you know? So I got my hands on a Bayberry candle, and I'm very, very happy to say that we will be carrying them in my store. So you have to, they're not available online though. I can't sell them online. So I made that agreement, I made that promise, and I keep that promise. So we will have them in store though, because they're very cool and rare. So the Bayberry candle is, the tradition says, because it's the most expensive wax, right? It was considered elite. It was considered only for the wealthy, right? The common folk could not afford Bayberry wax to light their home on Christmas, you know, or anytime. So the saying goes, there's a little poem. It says, a Bayberry candle burned to the socket brings health to the home and wealth to the pocket. we'll do it 3 times total. How about that? We got a straggler. That's the lucky candle. Okay. A Bayberry band, oh my gosh, it's such a tongue twister. A Bayberry candle burned to the socket brings health to the home and wealth to the pocket. A Bayberry candle burned to the socket brings health to the home and wealth to the pocket. So you're supposed to burn your Bayberry candle either on Christmas or New Year's Day. I obviously chose New Year's Day to bring those things in as well. Okay, my friends, I think that covers it. I did grab some offerings for the spirits. I've got some $2 bills. I figured since we're going into 2022, I might as well, you know, embrace that. So I got 222 for the spirits. So that'll be hanging out on the altar. And then I'm going to keep these just for here for now. I just wanted to show you guys. And yes, those are real US currency for you young kids that have never seen them. Okay. And then what else do we have? Oh my gosh, I made an intention candle. It's got lots and lots of gold in it. I'm also going to be selling these in store, but these will be a nightmare to ship, so I won't be able to do that. But anyway, I hand make these, and they have usually, you know, 7 or 13 ingredients in them for luck, and then I put all kinds of different things in there. So I've got all sorts of good fortune drawing, joy, health, prosperity, everything. Everything good is in there, protection as well. I have our Bring the Millions candle hanging out back there from the Prosperity Service Thursday. And then I've got both a silver and gold goblet filled with San Sebastian Castillo red. If you don't know where this is from, it's from St. Augustine, one of my favorite places ever. And yes, they have a winery there, the San Sebastian winery. And so I got them some wine on my last trip. All right, also burning with the candles, I did a Smells Like Spells incense, the success spell incense, so that did burn. And the last thing I'm gonna do before we light these candles, I know you guys probably were not expecting this long of a service, is we're gonna put an oil on this Bayberry candle, and then I'm gonna put 99.99% 24 karat gold on the candle, and then we'll light. Okay. Lucky 13, baby. Lucky 13. I think we could all use a boost of good luck. That was a tough decision. I had to make that on the fly. All right, so we're gonna do 3 drops. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. And then I'm gonna take my gold. I'll show you guys how this works. I lost a nail today working at the store. I'm so sorry, guys. I guess that means fresh set tomorrow. Whoop, whoop. All right, let's see. Ooh. I'm obsessed with gold leaf. All right, let's see if I can make it somewhat presentable. Gold leaf is so fragile, and of course it folded over on itself, but look, that actually looks pretty. All right, let's see here. See, this is the behind the scenes stuff that you guys don't normally get to see. Ooh, we got gold on the candles, girl. Let me tell you, and boys, sorry, and everybody, and all inclusive. All right, so let me grab the matches and let's get started. All right, let's start with the big one. Oh, the number of services filmed in this little corner is narrowing down, my friends. We're gonna have a much needed expansion of space and absolutely organization project. I somehow have to become the hoarder of all things in this corner, but I love my little corner. It's just so like, it's all my little offerings, you know? It's my ancestors. I like it. But I will be happy to have my house back. It's been 2 years that we've had employees working in the house, and I'm not talking one, I'm talking 3, 4, 5. So it's been an adventure for sure, and lots of fun. But I'll be happy to see the dawn of a new era in my life. I will say this though, I am so grateful for the employees that I have right now. They're adorable, and like they're such good kids, and it has taken so much work to weed through people to get to someone that has, you know, really solid integrity and good work ethic and good morals, and is, you know, a good fit for the company, because we do energy work, baby. You can't have bad energy at my company. I'm sorry, it just doesn't work like that. You know what I mean? So it's been a journey, but I got a couple. I'm holding on to them too. I treat them well and I pay them even better. Okay, my loves, so our service is underway. Thank you guys again for allowing me to serve you, and a very, very, very happy new year to everybody who is watching this, everybody who subscribes to my channel, just everybody. Happy New Year, world. I'm so excited to see what 2022 brings, and so excited to leave 2021 in the past. Oh my gosh. So yeah, anyway, thank you guys again so much for being part of my life and part of my journey, and thank you for helping make my dreams come true. I am forever indebted to you. Thank you so much. I love you guys. I wish you health, love, peace, and blessings, and prosperity and abundance too. Bye, guys.